Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Derek Varga of Lakeland Boys Volleyball. How's it going?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing well. Wrapped up just another season of that. Talk about how the year went.
Really great year. Lots of progress from our last season. When I know last season we had about 5 wins, and this season, we put up really impressive. I think we have 21, 22 wins, went 7-1 in our conference, brought home a conference championship. Just insane amount of progress from last year.
Yeah. What got you when I know this sport's gotten really popular, and we'll get to that in a minute. But how did you first say, okay, maybe I want to do this?
To be completely honest, it was in middle school gym class. We had a volleyball unit. Um, I found it was a fun sport, but I know like there wasn't a ton of opportunities for boys to play volleyball, it being mainly just a girl sport. So, I mean, it really just started out as a hobby until I had the opportunity to play just last year in high school.
So I know that last year a lot of teams have gotten, a lot of teams have formed and all that stuff. What was it kind of like to say, okay, maybe I want to be when this team formed, it's like, maybe I'd be good at this.
I mean, I really had no doubt that I wanted to do volleyball, and it was freshman year I ran track, and I like without hesitation, I was just ready to drop that just because I always had the like love for volleyball, just without the opportunity to play.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I was really excited when I heard that we were gonna have a team.
Um, so so kind of tell me this year was there did you see like a difference in more kids wanting to play and stuff like that?
Yeah, 100%. Also, just in the amount of teams that join the league as well. But yeah, it being our first year last year, we kind of was able to show more people, I think, around the area that, boys can't play volleyball too. I recruited some of my friends to start getting into volleyball. And yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the fastest growing sports there is out. So
Well, I mean, I know that a lot of people have taken notice. The MHSA certainly has, and boys volleyball. If you hadn't heard the news, and it's probably why this podcast is happening, boys volleyball will be a MHSA sponsored sport in 2025 and 20 in the 2025-26 school year. So that will actually be the first year that it will be a going for all the like you see in like every sport, of course, football, basketball, and all those other fun things. But what's it like to kind of see that? I know you may not be part of the first inaugural season of that during when that happens, but what's it like to kind of to see that
mm,
so this is actually gonna people are actually gonna go for state championships in this thing.
yeah, no, it's really unfortunate that it's the first season of MHSA is going to be after I graduate. But I'm thrilled to see, it for the future generations because I know I'm upset I don't get the opportunity to compete at the MHSA level, but I'm just excited to see for the sport, see for future players, see how they'll have the opportunity to compete and stuff like that.
Okay, so what position do you play?
I play setter.
So what is it like being one of those? For a lot of people that don't know, what's it like to just kind of be a setter and all that?
I mean, you can compare it to basically like I find it to be like a quarterback in football because a setter like has to run the offense. You also have to play defense. I find like it's a very mentally challenging position. I find it to be very difficult. But I mean, it's being a leader on the team. You hold a lot of weight on the shoulders. You got to be someone that's reliable, someone your team can look to depend on. But I really enjoy it for that. I can appreciate the position for those reasons.
Yeah. Um, you also play football, don't you?
I do play football, yeah.
So yeah, I kind of get the analogy there, but
Mhm.
has that kind of helped you getting into this?
I would say, yeah, for sure. Leadership mostly has helped me. I know football is also a very mentally challenging sport, just like volleyball. So it's helped me gaining experience from football to always just not giving up in game, like facing adversity in game is very transferable over to volleyball. It's a lot of the same situations you would find in football.
Yeah. How do you like mentally get ready for a game?
Mentally, I just try to in warm-ups, I'm just locked in, trying to have fun with my teammates too, though. But I mean, I just try and focus on my mechanics, what I'm doing, making sure if, I'm coming across problems, I try and fix those out, talking to coaches. It's also mentally at school, just all day I'm thinking about the game, just getting ready. I was just only thinking about volleyball leading up to a game.
Yeah. Um, Derek, I know it's gonna be a jam-packed summer, of course. I know you also play football as well, but how exciting is that to get going as if I'm not mistaken, are you a senior or a junior this year?
I'm going into my senior season for football next year.
Okay, can you believe that you're gonna be a senior next year?
No, I really can't. It went by way too fast.
Yeah. What are, I know that it's I know obviously Lakeland's coming off a pretty good season. Obviously, I know that all of you guys have you had your ups and definitely your downs, but what is it going to be like heading into this season?
I mean, we're all just really excited. We all feel like we have something to prove coming off loss in playoffs last year to East Lansing in the playoffs. I know a lot of the guys want to get back to that point, have another opportunity to bring home that district title. That would mean a lot to everyone. So yeah, everyone's just putting in the work. We're excited going into summer workouts, facing ourselves with some challenge. I know over the summer we scheduled a difficult 7-on-7. We're going to be going with Northville and West Bloomfield, schools like that. We want to put ourselves with competition because we know we'll need those. We'll need that experience later in the season.
All right. Derek, let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
All right.
Favorite player growing up. This can be in any sport.
Favorite player. I've always liked Drew Brees from football. I don't know what it was, but I was like I've kind of been a New Orleans Saints fan growing up, and it was
Okay.
really Drew Brees before I became a Saints fan.
Okay. What is your overall favorite meal?
Favorite meal. Um,
This can be out to eat or at home.
I mean, I gotta go with steak personally. Steak
Okay.
with mushrooms on top,
Ooh, that sounds
baked
good.
potato too. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
big fan.
Um, let's see. Best moment from either volleyball or football.
Um, I'll give you one from each. I mean, football, obviously, beating our beating our conference rivals Milford 2 times. I mean, 2 times in a row, back-to-back weeks. That was
I don't,
obviously
yeah,
huge.
I think I knew that. I don't think anything's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
that.
I don't know. You might have heard. Unreal experience for sure. Just watching that final play in that Milford game where, Trevor Tashuden takes us to the end zone. That was an unreal experience. I've never felt a feeling like that.
Yeah.
And then volleyball recently, winning a conference championship when last year, we had one conference win to this year having 7 conference wins. And so that was huge for us. Just seeing that progress is a huge leap.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Favorite movie.
I'd say Remember the Titans. Great. I love football movies. I love all sports-based movies.
Okay.
So Remember the Titans, it's a classic. It's a great movie.
And then finally, what is something people do not know about you?
People do not know about me. Um, One thing for sure, a lot of people don't know. I have a passion. I sing. I'm in choir. That's
Nice.
something I know a lot of people don't know. I mean, I feel like it's one thing to be a football player and a volleyball player. Like a lot of people, don't see how like both of those things can go hand in hand. But I mean, I feel like I'm diverse in a lot of my passions. I have a lot of different interests. So that's just one thing that, you know, some people don't know.
All right. Well, Derek, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us, and congrats on a great volleyball season. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you in the fall.
All right. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.